We've been on a good run since the draw at Bohemians, but I know I have more than a few guys on the squad, including myself, who are really looking forward to the break that's coming up. Unfortunately, that is still 9 games away. Today we're playing Bregalnica in the Cup Faith final round, and then we're going to play Legia. We absolutely dominated Legia earlier in the year, the first time we played them, and that just means we're due to get dominated by them. But as I mentioned, after the draw at Bohemians, we beat Tedx 3-0, we beat Shkoopy 2-1. We beat Boric 2-1. We beat Bohemians on the away game 2-1. And then we beat Shkoopy again in the league. Thought that was interesting. We played them back-to-back, really quite close. In the league right now, we are currently tied for second place. But, you know, this is one of those... We need to beat Legia, and we need Lille to not lose to Bohemians. That would be nice. Whether or not I can expect that, that's a completely different thing. So, and it's painfully obvious to me I need another defensive left back, especially an under 21 defensive left back. Wow. Okay, let's see here. We got Spasov on goal. Jindersech, who is a youth player at defensive left back. He's really the only healthy defensive left back I have at the moment. Everyone else is well below match fitness. Plus, he's also satisfying the 1 under 18 player rule. Mitev and Serafimov as the center backs, Barty as the defensive right back. I need to pull Manav off and bring on Ilievsky. So we got Todorov, Ilievsky, and Oda as the midfielders. Markovsky's the attacking man with Demi and Vasevsky up top as the strikers. There must be at least one under 20. There is at least one under 21 player. Okay, it took a little bit of doing, but I think this is going to work. We're going to have Spatsev in goal, Jindersech, Markovsky, Serafimov, and Barty as the defensive back four. Todorov and Oda are going to be in the midfield. Trachkov is... where'd he go? No, Ilievsky is going to start at deep line playmaker. Right, Markovsky is the attacking midfielder. Tasev as the deep line forward. And we're going to bring on Basevsky. I suspect I may have to switch those two around, and that will work. Yes. And these registration rules aren't all that onerous. It's my fault, really, because I loaned out the one defensive left back I wanted to play. They asked for a loan back. I'm like a numpty. I said, yeah, sure. I could probably recall him in the January transfer window. We're going to try that. Whether or not that works remains to be seen. Denkovsky. Basevsky heads it down. Ryan intercepts it. Goes right to Serafimov. He sends it back to Spasov. Over to Markovsky. Serafimov. Oda. Up to Basevsky. Basevsky back to Serafimov. Ilievsky. Basevsky. Markovsky. Out for Barty. He gets it to Oda, top right of the box. Todorov takes a shot, and it's just wide left. Denkovsky. Again, into the crowd. Ilievsky heads it down to Todorov. He gets it to Markovsky. One touches up to Tasev. Tries to get into Basevsky, but Mitrevsky stepped in front of him. Serafimov heads the ball down to Todorov. Jindersech to Tasev. Back to Jindersech. Ibrahimovic. Jindersech. Markovsky to Oda, and he slots it near post for his 3rd goal of the season. That was some very nice passing. I'm quite happy with that sequence. Jindersech. Keeper looked a little lackadaisical there, but I will take it. Zimyarski to Dokic on the throw-in. He gets it to Shalafi. Ramaj. Shalafi. Oh, passes intercepted by Barty. He gets it to Basevsky. Basevsky to Oda. Oda to Barty. Barty up to Oda. One touches at Markovsky. Slide tackle away. Ball goes to Mitrevsky. Ryan lost it forward. Dokic can't get ahead on it. Todorov runs it down. Gets it to Tasev. He takes a shot and it hits the post. Jindersech ends up with the ball after the errant kick by the keeper, Todorov. To Ilievsky. Back out to Jindersech. He holds it up. Gets it to Tasev. Tasev to Todorov. Markovsky's there, but it's knocked away and goes out of bounds for the throw-in. Jindersech to Ilievsky. Back to Jindersech. Todorov. Across the box. Oda's there, and it hits the post. Back and forth, and finally goes out of bounds. I don't know if that's a goal kick or a corner kick, but it's a goal kick for us. Markovsky bringing the ball forward. Up to Jindersech. He pushes the ball forward. Back to Todorov. Passes it to Markovsky. Markovsky's dispossessed by Ryan. He was fouled. Okay, they're saying it was a foul. Basevsky with the penalty kick. And he slots it near post. Well, the post nearest to me. And we're only a half hour in. There have been a lot of highlights this match. Dokic gives the ball away. Oda to Serafimov. Back to Spasov. Spasov to Markovsky. Up to Todorov. Todorov to Markovsky. Over to Basevsky. In a crowd. Back to Iliyevsky. He kicks it out to Oda on the right. Oda back to Iliyevsky. Barty heads the ball down to Oda. Markovsky's there, but a nice defensive play. Gets the ball out of bounds for the Vardar corner kick. Todorov. Mitrevsky heads the ball away. Markovsky should run it down. He gets the ball to Iliyevsky. And the highlight ends. That was annoying. Free kick from distance. Markovsky. Off the post. Todorov's there to put it back, though. His 6th goal of the season. Is that 3 woodwork hits we've had so far? That is wild. And it is halftime with a 3-0 lead. We are doing quite well. 25 shots, 11 on target to their 1. 2 woodwork hits. Todorov on the corner kick. Markovsky's there, but goes right to Denkovsky. He bombs it forward, and we're going to pause and make a couple of substitutions because it is 62 minutes into the game. Going to bring Manov on for Iliyevsky. And we're going to switch Barty and Jandrastic, and then we're going to bring on Mitev. Barty's just going to have to finish the game out. What we'll do is drop back down to positive here. Man, we've played almost the entire match in their half of the field. Markovsky. Zimyaski knocks away, goes right back to Markovsky. That was an interesting pass. Mitev to Manev. Markovsky drops off to Serafimov. He gets it back to Markovsky. Todorov to Markovsky. Tasev. Oh, ball was hit a little too hard. Denkovsky just launches it down the field. Serafimov heads it towards Mitev. He gets it to Oda. Back to Mitev. Basevsky. To Markovsky. Out to Todorov. Todorov to Tasev. Out to Barty. All alone on the left. Barty to Todorov to Manev. Now we're just playing keep away now. Oda to Mitev on the right. He gets it back to Oda to Mitev. Gets around the defender, crosses it in. Basevsky's there. Denkovsky misplayed it. Had the ball in his hands and lost it. And Denkovsky was right there to put away his 18th goal of the season. That was luck. I'll take it, but that was luck. I don't know, maybe Denkovsky got a little frightened with all the footsteps running towards him, but Stoyanov to Zanyarski. Crossed in, knocked away. Basevsky gets it to all of Oda. He sends it back to Spasov. Spasov to Markovsky, over to Serafimov. Out to Mitev. Mitev up to Oda. Long pass across the field to Basevsky. He sends it back to Oda, who drops it off to Mitev. Mitev to Basevsky. Basevsky just centers it to Todorov. Todorov feeds Tasev. Tasev doesn't have a shot. Instead, he has Basevsky right there, standing on the 6-yard line, and just lost the shortest pass in the air for Basevsky to head it in. That was filthy. That was filthy. I mean, neat as you please. And that is the game. We absolutely dominated Balasica. Or Bregalnica, I'm sorry. We absolutely dominated them. 35 shots, 19 on target, 65% possession advantage, 831 passes completed. That was good, everyone. Jindrasek has potential. I was hoping to hold off on starting him maybe another season or two. But seeing as how this is the last season of the save, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So a very good win for us. Now, we've got a bunch of players on international duty. And we are going to skip the Orid game and come back for Legia in just a bit. I literally paused the game and it's an hour and a half later because, you know, real life tends to get in the way of Football Manager sometimes. Damn it, doesn't it know the priorities I have? Obviously not. But here we are. We're playing Legia today. We got Spasov on goal, Tasevsky, Markovsky, Serafimov, and Barty as the defensive back four. Ilyevsky, Gabriel, and Oda as the midfielders. Blazevsky is the attacking mid with Tusha, and Basevsky up top as the striker. In other news, Carlos Gabriel is now wanted by Dinamo, Arsenal, Mallorca, and Real Hispalis. If he's here past January, I will be highly, highly surprised. Ilyevsky in the crowd, off the post, and then kicked out of bounds. Off the crossbar, rather than kicked out of bounds. Really good crowd in Legia. I wish we had crowds like this. Farkas holds it up and gives it to Koyak, who got behind the defenders. Carlos dispossesses him. That was well done. And the highlight ends. That was annoying. Barty on the throw-in. Serafimov, who's already picked up a yellow. Barty up to Basevsky. Back to Barty, over to Gabriel. Gabriel to Barty. To Oda. Long ball across the field. Tasevsky's there. Doesn't really have a lot of help just yet. Holds it up. Does get it in. Tusha. Back to Tasevsky. Oda can't handle it. Rui knocks it away. Goes out of bounds. Teki. Oda knocks it away. Teki. To Nowak. Back to Teki. Nowak. To Bager. To Teki. Oh, Koyak got by. And oh, Spasov. A really nice save. And the header goes over the crossbar. A lot of action this first half. Spasov taps it up to Serafimov. Ilyevsky, Gabriel, Blazevsky. Out to Oda. Drops it off to Barty. Barty breaks wide. Oda, corner of the box. Ilyevsky, and he puts it in. Banks it off the post. Little bit of an assist there from the post, but it counts. And the keeper was screened. The two guys in front of Ilyevsky were doing a really good job of occupying their defenders right in the face of the keeper. Pico back to Nolak on a kickoff highlight. This is never good, is it? Zlatev. I feel like I have to cough, but I can't. Oh, what the heck was Serafimov doing? However, Blazevsky ends up with that. Markovsky intercepts it, and he just banks it away. Rui picks it up, gets it to Teki, out to Bager. Zlatev on the right, holds it up, back to Teki, feeds Krakoyak. Back to Teki. No, he gives the ball away. Ilyevsky just bombs it forward. Tusha's there, chests it down, stops it from going out of bounds, crosses it all the way across the field. Words are hard. Crosses it across the field. Oda to Tusha, and he bangs it in for his 11th goal of the season. Well, that pass kind of goes against our short passing philosophy, but in an instance like that, when it works, I'm certainly not going to hold it against him. Serafimov to Oda. Blazevsky, or Bosnovsky to Blazevsky. Oh, it's dispossessed. Barty wins the header back, but it goes right to Ramirez. Ramirez up to Farkas. Pico to Ramirez. He gives the ball away. Oda ends up with it. Taps it back to Barty. Barty over to Serafimov. Serafimov to Oda. Oda to Blazevsky. Bosevsky, rather. Oda. Back heel pass Bosevsky to Blazevsky. Tusha. And he gets his second goal of the game. Okay, the pass to Tusha looked really kind of slow. And he was offsides and it doesn't count. Okay. And that is halftime with a 2-0 lead and 4 yellow cards. We go in to the locker room in good position. And Bohemians are beating Lille. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, to be honest with you. Let's see here. If Bohemians beat Lille, they go to 7. If we beat Legia, we go to 10. I could be okay with that. Oh, I was too busy fixing the tactic because I had tackle harder and mark tightly on, and Farkas scored from distance. Spasov rolls it out and kicks it right to Pico, who heads it down to Farkas. That was... that was my own fault. There's Lieri. And I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. Teki. Back to Nowak. Teki to Pico. Zlatev. Krakowiak. To Zlatev one-on-one with Spasov, and he hits it wide. Coming up on 54 minutes. Or coming up on 60 minutes, rather. We're going to make a couple of changes here. Barty heads it away. Pico runs down the ball. Gets it to Farkas. Farkas to Krakowiak. Crosses it in. Emran's there, and he scores. This is not the same team we scored 6 on. I think Spasov could have done more, but I think that's also one of those cases where the animation doesn't fit. I got to bring Tasevsky off. Move Barty over, bring on Babic. Take Ilievsky off and bring on Trashkov. Tusha out to Tasevsky. Markovsky. Blazevsky. Markovsky. Back and forth. Gabriel to Tusha. Beats Tasevsky on the left. He turns around, gets it to Ilievsky. Back to Tasevsky. Oh, Gabriel hits the post. Barty chests the ball down and gives it away. The subs are made. Gabriel. Trashkov and Markovsky. And Gabriel playing a bit of back and forth. Gabriel Blazevsky gives the ball away. Tusha intercepts it. And a nice save by Blagarski. Is it Blagarski or Bigarski? Bigansky? Bigarski? Bigansky? Legia's had more shots, more on target. That ball goes over the crossbar, luckily. What the hell is this back and forth? Blazevsky got by the defender. And yards, yeah. Ooh. I can't pronounce his name. Blazevsky sends it in. It's punched away. Barty to Oda. And the highlight ends. What the heck? Come on. Gaudencio lost it across the field to Ramirez. Ramirez to Funcho. Funcho back to Ramirez. In the crowd, Barty knocks it away, but it goes right to Gaudencio. Trashkov dispossesses him. And Teki takes it back. Krakowiak loses the ball, but it goes right to Emran. Pico to Gaudencio. Emran. What the hell is this back heel or Bona passing? And Legia claws the drawback. That was annoying. We had our chances. We couldn't put it away. However, Bohemians beat Lille, and that puts us in first place. Interesting. Oda did have a good game. Gabriel and Serafimov are missing the Lille match. And that is who we will come back for. That works out really well because we got Lille and then Velezermi. Boom, let's over ease. Our second league squad, which means we got to keep our eyes open because that's usually when we get surprised. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to play Skinjija, Rabbit, Nicky, and Belasco offline. Come back next episode for Lille and Velezrimi. And then head into the January transfer window. And that is going to be interesting, to say the least. As I'm hitting the wrong things left and right. Gabriel's 4.5 stars out of 5 stars at 18 years old. He's turned into a very good deep line playmaker. If I had to guess, he's probably 120s. I think he could top out 160-ish. I mean, as young as he is and as much as he's improved in some areas, 160 sounds about right. I'm still trying to figure out how I landed him anyways. That's going to be one of life's mysteries. I swear. Not the best game against Legia. We had our chances. We had a couple goals called back. The game against Bregolnica was nice. We absolutely thumped them, and that was expected. We beat Ord 6-0. That was kind of expected, too. I've mentioned it numerous times. We're just heads and shoulders better against most of the other teams in the league. But we're still not good enough to compete with the big boys. I mean, you know, a Partizan and a Valorenga beat us. Lille definitely would beat us. If we draw with them this time around, I'll be more than happy. trying to get as far as we can to get some sort of European trophy this year. And you know, we're not going to win it all. I don't think there's a way, unless the FM gods smile on us, which we know isn't going to happen. There's just no way we're going to win any sort of cup this year. But I want us to get a little bit farther than we have in the past. I think that in the farthest we've gotten in the Euro Cup too was the first knockout round when Lille beat us. Slavia Prague beat us that knockout round. Real San Sebastian beat us that knockout round. So we got our work cut out for us. You know, we'll give the old college try, as they say, and get it done. So a good episode for us. The draw was a bit annoying, but it certainly didn't hurt us as much as the loss would, and I'm happy with that. And all that said, as my phone goes off, if you did like what you've seen and heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. My name's FM22, and I thank you for watching.